Alright then, welcome everybody. Getting straight into things today. Not really gonna be, you know, being slow and all that. We're just gonna try and get some work done. I have a plan today. Said plan is shards. I'd like to get some shards today. Hopefully, if I'm correct, I actually should be able to get 2 pretty soon. Like, pretty easily, like within maybe 10 minutes. Hopefully. On top of that, we then have Bjorning. So I'm currently on, I think, 13 shards. If I do the thingy, majiggy, the 2 that I think I can do, that puts me up to good old 15. Past that, we then only need 10 more before we can continue with everything we need to do. So, I need to do, what is it, Filth Well? Is it Filth Well? Yeah. I went to do this morning, however, I hit the instance limit, which kind of sucked.
At the source of the Mortal Twin lies the Eiffel Gual. Is the prison of Raumir.
Yeah, I remember something about this guy. What is this guy? Okay. Stolen all our greatest achievements. They are priceless relics collected during many great and daring expeditions. Where should we look first? Man, great treasure seekers seek out the places that certainly contain great treasure. Seek out scaling instances at our level. So, should we maybe try and do this at our level? I remember seeing something about this on the update for yesterday. But I saw the tweet about it earlier whilst at work. I know we can do 130 on here, so we'll see how this goes. So,
greetings, friend.
So you can get, it looks like you can get mithril coins or coins of the Buggen. And you can get a gorgeous rare feather that is said to attract the fabled treasure Buggen. This item increases the chances of encountering a treasure. Okay, cool. And then you've got Teacup Goat Kid and a golden cave claw. Okay, so these are maybe the things we saw in the, like, we saw a thing in here when we scanned not that long ago. I wonder if these will... No. I definitely saw the gold cave claw. Not sure about the tipped bag of coins. But that could be an interesting thing. So, in theory, something spawns here. In this instance. We'll have to see how that goes. Really, I'm here to run through this instance, grab the... Oh, wow, I've nearly completed the Slayer Deed. 357. 58 now. Out of 400. Damn, I feel like I haven't even got anywhere near close to that. So, at the very least, what we're looking for is the Lost Relics, which are part of this quest. Around here somewhere, and also some bits of, like, I guess stick around. The game is dropping keys. Wait, what? No. Really confused then. I really hope... I do have quests, right? The reclamation, yeah. What's going on? Huh. Let's have a look out for these lost relics, though. Ah, there they are. Cool. I was a little bit worried for a second that I was gonna die. Let's not have that happen. Need to be real careful. Need to be in combat. Hello, hello. Hopefully I'm not about to die. I'm very low on health. Cool. Let's just stay out of combat for a second. Actually, I have some health pots, so I can actually spare some of those now. But yeah, today the plan is I want to go do some shard stuff. I might actually do a Lotro point run. I only think this because I'm on like 300 at the minute. And if I do 145, actually on 305. But if I do 145, that'll put us up to what, 450 now. So I can get 2 extra keys, which I might open up. Because I should be getting, what, 1,000 motes from this? Which will be good. Have to see if anybody's running Nazguls as well. Because if they are, then that is very useful. I actually don't know. I just saw someone saying in chat something about keys dropping. I'm assuming there's this like new event thing going on, so it's probably something to do with that. But I actually don't know. I guess we'll have to find out. Like, I don't think it will be black steel keys. Because that's kind of their big thing about getting you to spend Lotro points. So, there was a guy at the beginning of this instance that was basically talking about there being something about treasures. I'm not actually too sure what it is. But it would be in any... Oh, I'm about to die. It would be in any scaling instance. So that would be... You'd have to be level 20 to do that, but it should be available from as early as level 20. I wonder if scaling instance would count as a mission. Or a mission would count as a scaling instance. We're actually going to do some missions. That's the plan. That's kind of my way of trying to... get those shards. As I said, I should get 2 from this, if all goes well. And then yeah, I'd like to get. Well, I get 2 from this character, and then I'd get 3 from like 3 Beyondings if I can do like 3 hours, hopefully. Spent the last hours leveling or farming and cooking. Nice. That's pretty much the way I level up most of my Beyondings. It's just by. Pretty much just farming with my double XP thing that I have with every character. Takes me about, what, 45-ish minutes to get a new character up to level 20. Obviously with, like, everything on top of it. Sadly, the free-to-play isn't quite that active. Or quick, I guess. God love the farming. Exactly. I did a load of farming. Admittedly, you know, as I'm sure people noticed, I didn't stream last night. I actually was just like, I don't know, I was quite tired, but I was still like, wanted to get some stuff done, so I farmed a lot. I actually was really, really lucky, and I was actually able to get 7, I think, Ithalan shards, which basically means, you know, my luck is completely gone for the rest of my life. But, you know, never mind. I got 7 shards. All good. I'm going to get 2 out of this at least. So I'm going to do this and then... I think I need to do Harrowing tier... Not tier 2. Harrowing Duo. Oh, yeah. What was the name? And I can sort you all out with that. I am now an officer. Yeah, Ghost has just been taunting me with pictures of him on holiday. It's alright, I'll kill this thing and then we'll get you sorted with that. Yeah, he's been taunting me all day. Showing off his lovely little spot he's got. And I'm not jealous at all. I don't know what you're on about. Absolutely not jealous. However, that said, tomorrow, well, today, technically, because it's 12:30, I actually don't have work tomorrow. Surprise, surprise. And, yeah, so, I actually hopefully should be doing a proper stream tomorrow. Yeah, you'll get a... you'll notice a few names. I don't think it will. I know he was on a different stream last night, drinking, you know. He's been a bad influence and having all that alcohol. Yeah. You'll have Everlasting Hope, Cliff Divers. Who else do I see a lot? I'd say those are probably the two that you generally see the most. You'll see a lot of White Doom talking. And I will... obviously, I have literally nothing against White Doom. But that said, my helmet is called Everlasting Dread. Not my choice. And I will also blame them for lag. Because my client lags when people write a lot of text for some reason. I might reinstall the game, actually. To be honest. Again. But yeah. Everlasting Hope's a kinship, which is run by White Doom. It's probably, I think, without really much question, the largest kinship in the game. Or at least on the server. But you'll see an occasional message from White Doom. When I sort of have a little fun game of counting who invites me to kinships with all the many characters I create. So you'll, as I said, if you're getting people adding you, you'll probably get Everlasting Hope the most. At least in chat, and also adding you, you'll see a lot of... Oh, I was supposed to also add you, right? White Doom is my lag switch. True, though. Cool. That should be sorted. Yeah, so you'll have White Doom, a decent-ish amount. Cliff Divers, I think. Who else have I seen? Ring Bearers don't really do much. Like, they don't really advertise. Who else? Communitad, or so just like Never Dying is ours, yeah. It's a joke about how I die before level 20. Basically, yeah, there's a title for getting to level 20 without dying, and I failed to get it many a time, so now we have to apparently make fun of me. Croatian Knights, that's another one. But there's like a Communitad or something. It's got like 3 letters after it. To be fair, I don't really pay too much attention. I've got nothing against. I like his cliffs. Why would I need to eat? Actually, I've already eaten. It's fine. I do like my cliffs, though. Cliff divers, however. I am going to feel really bad, right? Because, so my helmet, not made by myself, obviously, because I would just probably not title it anything, is called Everlasting Dread. Which is a kind of joke about Everlasting Hope. I hope White Doom never, like, because White Doom has invited me to, like, a throne run, and I think something else, possibly a different raid. I hope I never get inspected. Or maybe that's why I've never had an invite again. Where did the octopus come from? The water? Maybe? I don't know. These aren't. Well, that is technically, these are roots. The others are kind of one giant monster that's just in the area. I kind of forgot I had to actually do this for a second. Kind of thought I could just kill a couple of enemies and be done, but if I actually want these embers. Actually, speaking of embers, How many am I? How many? I'm almost capped on sigils as well. I really need to sort out Tarvelard, get Tarvelard to 130, and then just sort of spam out the rep. Because I have, what, 54,000 at least reputation? So I definitely have some availability when it comes to that. I'm missing a lot of lost relics. What is going on here? Yeah, I think I've done my stairs run this morning. So that should be fine. I guess it should just be... Should we? I don't know. So there'll be a... So I personally have a different... Normally have a different tab for it, but on this little speech bubble in the bottom left of your chat, it will do say, fellowship, or kinship. If you click kinship, it will turn blue, and then it will be in there. I personally make a new tab, and then set the filter to only be kinship, so I have it only be kinship. Because I am notoriously bad, and I apologize beforehand, that I will... I will only accidentally not pay attention for a while and then feel bad. I think we are the only two on at the moment. But it is late, so... I think. Yeah, I like... Don't look at messages sometimes, and then, you know. Yeah, but that's... You're banana time. It's different. Where am I going? Trying to kill the boss. And then I'm gonna have to like go back and try and find these remaining 4 relics after I'm done.
I did not lie to you. You have
It's the foul lady of the... Wait, the lady of the foul water.
I suggest you leave. Any attempt to save...
Time to dive gas. Exhaling? Exhaling or inhale? To be fair, I should be pretty okay. The only reason I'm doing this at normal level is because I don't actually have to do it at normal level, but I thought it was something to do with this new event. I wonder how... if it'll let me go back through or not. Oh no, don't walk in the water. It's beautiful. So beautiful. B-E-A. Beautiful. I still use that to actually learn how to spell the word. But it just works. Like Todd Howard says. It just works. Do you know, speaking of Todd Howard, I've had a real want to just play Skyrim again for some reason. Shards probably not really something that's too much of a worry for you at the moment. Basically, every 10 levels in the crafting stuff like tailor or metalsmith or weaponsmith, you get like these... So you have your normal recipes, and then you have your single-use recipes, so you can only use them once, and then you've got to learn the recipe again. Those generally require shards, so you have like a, ruby shard, at one tier, and then a sapphire shard at another, and then it like goes up and up and up. Basically, this right here is the best level 130, so the best chest plate in the game for this class. At the moment, and it requires 25 of the max level shards to get, so there's some weekly quests that allow you to basically get them. Other than that, it's a random drop from either chests or farms, so I farm a lot because I can just go get them potentially from farming. So I did quite a lot of farms. I can't remember how much I did last night and this morning, and I got, I think, 7, which is really lucky. Like, that's really good luck. I did well over, like, probably 2,000 farms all in all. For sure. And I got 7. So I'm up to 13. I need 25. So. But hey. That will mean I will never get a good drop ever again. But, you know, it's fine. So there's 2 things you can kind of do. Metalsmith can create... I haven't got a crafting thing on it. So, Metalsmith can create tools for, like, a profession group. So, for example, yeoman, which is what tailor, cook, and farmer. You can have tools of the yeoman, which will give you faster harvest rates, for example, and a higher crit chance on your recipes, going up in levels. So the best one is actually at level 90, which will give you a 25% increase of 25% critical chance and minus 4 seconds, I think, to your harvesting. Other than that, you can also buy something called the Universal Toolkit off the Lotro store, which basically, is this thing basically? I don't know, I've got one on here, but it basically works for all of them. So I get a 20% chance, so it is less crit chance, and 3 seconds of mining duration or harvesting duration removed. There's an even higher tier one that does 4.5 seconds, but the same crit as well. But those are at least tradable between characters, whereas the other ones are bound to their specific character. Yeah, and if you are VIP, there is actually a there's a character at the fountain in Bree, or there's actually in the Shire, and also in I forgot how to say it. Mitchell Delving. I was so used to calling it Michael Delving for the joke, but yeah, basically it means that your tools won't lose durability, and also makes you harvest and process a lot quicker, which is also really useful. And it lasts for 2 days. And then you just get a new one. Right. I also saw today, from what I understand, of what would it have been, yesterday's stream? On the official stream? Was a look at Gundabad? So that I haven't looked at, but could be quite interesting to maybe have a look at. I kind of hope I don't put all this effort into getting like good gear for 130 and then immediately become redundant, but like I don't want to spend 14,000 embers getting like 2 bits of armor and then suddenly it becomes redundant like a week later. It would kind of suck. So let's hope. Let's hope really hard that it doesn't happen. All right there. I don't like this quest. I've realized this. However, it is probably one of the more easy quests to do. So, kind of sad. It is kind of gross. It's actually worse when me and Ghost try and do it together because everything on the floor here will actually just damage us for 20% of our health constantly. Or at least 20. I think it's 20% of your max health, or is it 20% of your current health? Current health would be nicer. But then I guess technically you can never die, because it'll be 20% of 20% of 20%. This is actually by Minas Morgul. This is one of the more endgame instances. I actually don't know where on the map technically it is. Actually, I kind of do. Mordor... Wait, Tales of Yore? Oh, right, okay, cool. It's like down here somewhere. Here? I'd like to think that one of two things would happen, and that is either that when the legendary server goes over to Mordor, I'm hoping that that goes on sale. Not because I need it, because I've got it already, but for like Iggy's sake and stuff like that. Because that would be really useful for them. But also, I think it would make sense. And then possibly having the previous expansions on sale when the new expansion comes out could be an idea also. Alright, this is starting to drive me crazy. I could have done like 5 more quests while I was doing this. It's these Ithil artifacts. It's driving me crazy. Okay, let's try to go a little further forward. Oh, these are my legendary weapons. So when you get to level 50, or technically 45, you get a weapon that you basically, instead of just replacing it when you get to like 5 levels, you level it up with experience. And then when you get to 100, you can imbue them so they basically scale better with you. From what I understand, they're changing it relatively soon. But basically, you put you have to get these scrolls that you then put into these to upgrade them, and then you have to level them up to upgrade. So the max rank for these is 83, and then you can sort of choose different things. So I can have it as like this hamstring skill, which I don't use in this build, would be able to do up to 35% extra damage, for example. Or you could have, you know, your run last a bit longer and stuff like that. Max level is 130. With Gundabad, it will possibly be going up to 140 from what I understand. Obviously, it's a case of, like, even though it takes longer to level up, the higher your level, the more experience you gain. Because it can be a bit daunting when you see the level curve in terms of pure experience. Like, what was that? So, I got on this page far too much, but when this thing dies. This is the level curve up to 105. This isn't updated yet. But it's 205 million experience total, give or take, to max level currently. So the difference between 120 and 130 is like, I think the difference between getting from level 1 to 116 or something like that, which is pretty insane. But again, especially with the scaling missions and stuff, it's pretty easy to level up with those. So once you get to 20, you'll get like 2 quests on the side that will basically be like, hey, you should go, you wanted. I think it would be nice. I just, being a little bit pessimistic, would be worried about how well they can actually do a level squish, you know. Considering there's still some old armor, for example, that gives the old, like, might, like, heavy armor that gives will, you know. Just makes me think that they maybe wouldn't do the best job at it. I'm missing 1 relic, and it's gonna drive me absolutely crazy. But yeah, I again wish that they would really sort out those heavy will armor stuff. And also the fact that most champion drops are there it is. Most champion drops are tank armor for some reason. But yeah, with the level 20, you can start doing missions. So you can do Bilbo in the Shire. You can actually get a free teleport to the Shire every 5 minutes. Sorry, to Rivendell every 5 minutes once you get to level 20. Which is pretty cool, assuming you cancel the quest. And then you can also do Trestle Bridge, War of Three Peaks if you have it, and Erebor, at least if you're VIP. Alright, so we finished that quest, which should then give me those. So I get another Ithalan Shard, more Sigils, 500 Embers, some more Rep, And I have now hit the currency cap, which is kind of sad because, what is it, 2 days? I think this is Sunday. Yeah, 2 days, 7 hours, so 8 p.m. or 8 a.m. Sunday? Yeah, 8 a.m. Sunday, so 3 a.m. server time is when I actually get my good old extra motes, embers, whatever they're called. Let's do harrowing to... No, duo. Cool. This should complete my extra quest. And I'm going to waste 70 thingies, but this guy weirds me out. Be interested to see how this works. I should run this at 122, but I actually will get armor from this, and I can get some Ithilgalad things. That's another reason I also want to do this at, like, get my hunter sorted out, because if I can get my hunter sorted out, then I can start getting agility gear. And if I can get agility gear, then I can spend my time getting Ghost some more gear, because I'm fine for gear. I'm just doing these things to farm for the next set. The reason I'm doing these shards and, you know, staying up till 3 a.m. probably night is actually I want to get Ghost the gold chest plate. I'm probably going to get him the red chest plate because, I mean, it's just better, I think. But I'm, you know, I want to get Ghost his stuff. I think if he gets a gold chest plate and he can say to himself that he has the best, you know, the best chest plate he can possibly have, I think that's going to be a really big motivator for him. So hopefully that all works out well. I think it's relatively, considering it's like not, considering you basically run parallel and you're not necessarily, it's not necessarily the story of the Fellowship. I think it still does a good job at conveying, like what the actual story is. I think you could understand it, like the story of Lord of the Rings, even if you didn't know it through this game. Because, yeah, you meet up in, like, Lothlorien and stuff like that, and obviously you see them away in Rivendell, sort of thing. You even get to play as Gollum. That's a lot of fun. Briefly. A couple of times. Spoilers, I guess? Not really. I think that's the thing that did it. Not did it for me, but like, compared to WoW, I think. I don't know, there's a benefit and a sort of detriment to it being based on a pre-existing story. Is like people having the connection with it. Like, I don't have a connection with the World of Warcraft story because I've not really played the game. Whereas I can still have the connection. It can be an extra motivator to pull me in. But it also means they are somewhat limited in what how, like, you know, they try to keep it as close to the books as possible. I'd say it's, like, pretty good adaptation. Cool. You're dead. Stop saying stuff. Yeah, so I can get the ring, which, again, isn't going to be great for us, but I do get myself a chance to get nothing. I feel like I know some of WoW's story, but not, like, I couldn't tell you anything about it. I don't know how that, if that makes too much sense, but... For some reason, the first thing I think about when I think about WoW, and like a story especially, is... So there's an inn in WoW, and there's some kids, and I don't know if they still do it, but they like dance outside or whatever, and then, from what I understand, they like... I don't know if it's still a thing, but they went and like, all went in the building or something and had some weird like, ritual thing happen. I don't know. I can't remember exactly what it was. 6 years back, I saw a video on it. I think for me, it's like, I don't know, I especially sort of get knowing, you know, at least the main story, I can kind of not fully pay attention, but still connect the dots. WoW's a weird one for me, because I own, like, physical copies of, like, almost every expansion, and, or at least up to a certain point. Yeah, I've never properly played it. So I really don't know what's going on with that. I just like the physical boxes. I think they're pretty cool, not gonna lie. I like collecting things. Okay. So we've got 2 Ithilon shards. We've got some earrings, which actually aren't too terrible, all things considered. Yeah, I saw that today, something about them being sued. I'm not too clued up on it. I've just seen sort of posts about it. I've been seeing a lot of videos about, like, or not videos, like watching them, but I've seen some thumbnails and stuff about being like, did Blizzard kill its cash cow, kind of, I think was one of them. Let's go Kestor. I think Kestor is the one I need to be paying attention to right now. Might open a box as well. That could be quite fun. Just really nice. So I got my nice new fan today. And I've left it on all day, and my room's actually cold. Beautiful. Yeah, maybe I think... Obviously, I've been at work today, so I think I saw it on the way to work, and then I was obviously working. But I haven't actually looked into it, but I think it's probably worth me looking into, just so I'm not ignorant to, you know, what's going on around in the world. You know? Kind of get what I'm saying? Where are my shards? Where? Oh, there they are. Found them. Creative I've got scholar materials. I've been looking for scholar material. I've been like trying to sort out my scholar all day. It's actually driving me crazy. ITO though. What was I doing? Yeah, so I've got 15 shards, 15 Ithilon shards. My plan is obviously Ithil medium armor. We want, so we made the elite Wilderlands skirmishers agile coif. This one. Not the best in the game, but obviously the best that I can craft for Ghost. That's all sorted. And then, yeah, we want the Hunter's Artisan Greater Silk Hide Cuirass of... we want Heart's End, which is Red Lion? Yeah. I think it's certainly a possibility if... depending on how this does go. I've already, you know, it's already been, I think, mentioned a lot that, you know, a lot of people are kind of cancelling their subscriptions for WoW and everything like that, and they're not a fan of the way some things are being done. I think obviously there's a sort of sunk cost sort of situation a lot of the time. I mean, I have it with this, but... Where'd you learn artisan recipes? So, depending on where you are, there should be someone who, wherever you are in Bree. I normally pick them up. Oh, you're in the Shire, I think you said. I normally am in Hobbiton Bywater is where I normally go, because you do need a superior. At some point, you need superior farmland, which I think technically all of them are superior farmland. I think you need the one where you are. I think, assuming you're where I think you are, will only be a novice farmhand. You'll need to go to Hobbiton Bywater in order to get an expert farmhand and get the recipes from him. I don't know if any... I mean, this is my farmer, so we can go have a look real quick. Let's check real quick. I kind of forget, because I just farm at my house, you know? Pretty much what happens there. So yeah, if you didn't know, this is where the this lady Wenda Cranesbill is the person who will give you the VIP rewards thing. Do you like how many farms we have? Oh, good. We actually do have a kinship house, so you should get a skill given to you for this kinship house thing. And I think we might be moving over to, or some farmland over there at some point. Because I have the farmland and the barterer, so we can actually barter, or we can buy all the materials at my house. So I can just like, I never really go up here. Yeah, this is the novice farmhand. All these townspeople. All these sunflowers. Sup? It's actually the Cook's Guild over here, I think, right? Yeah. Hey, do you want to see? I actually don't know. Does this show on stream properly? Let's see it. Let's break my horse. It's fun. I love this. I love the fact that this is still a thing. It's so dumb. And if you go on a horse and do /smoke, and then dismount, this is how you survive now. This is how you live. This is the rest of your existence until you log out. So I can go inside the Cook's Guild and it will still, I will still be here, even though I very clearly cannot be on a horse in here. I actually do need to check in the Cook's Guild all the stuff. I don't have enough money. But yeah, I haven't actually done too much for the Cook's Guild. I need to. I actually did a big breakdown of how much everything costs. But yeah, I want to get them maxed because I want to get the Ithilgalad worthy batch of crafts for this character as well. We can even make the alchemy bench and the crock pot. And actually these things, the 2.5% extra damage. Which use that on top of the 5% damage increase, and we're all pretty good.
How do you do?
And I'm probably very poor. So basically, if you join a guild, so depending on what guild you are, so I'm in the Cook's Guild, for example, because there isn't a Farmer's Guild, you have to build up reputation with them. So you talk to Honesty here. She'll give you some recipes from Expert onwards. They have cooldowns on them. So basically you would craft them up. So let's go to Expert and Cook's Guild. You'd craft these up by, farming some taters and some yellow onions and getting some marinated beef, which you have to then make from green onion and cuts of beef and bags of salt, which you buy and all that. And then you build up reputation. And as you build up reputation, you can then get better recipes. So like bulk crafting, at the higher tiers you can craft some like really useful, like this item here, the Ithilgalad worthy batch of crafts, which you can deconstruct into like Ithilgalad salt or hides or metal and use those for those like max tier recipes. Am I optimistic about Fable 4 even though Lionhead is dead? I'm hopeful for it because I think Fable The Lost Chapters is my favorite game of all time. So I really hope it's good. Yeah, farming's actually really good for making money though. If you do, you know, if you get to Farmer, Minas Ithil Farm, which is the max, each of these crops is worth 12 copper, but you can craft them up into 4 of these, which which will be 12, pretty much 12.5 silver. So if you do a stack of these, which is only like 500 divided by 4 is like 125, right? Yeah, 125 of these equals basically 1.5 gold. Yeah, so you got the original Fable for Xbox and PC. Then you got Fable The Lost Chapters, which is essentially the actual completed game. Because basically Fable finished with the Jack of Blades fight in the guild. And that was it. And you just like never could progress from there, which really sucked. The Lost Chapters is like basically DLC, but it completes the game. I own like maybe 7 or 8 copies of it. I'd have no reason to own so many copies. I own it on PC and on like Xbox and stuff. Have no reason. I just really like the game. 2 was alright. I personally think they go down in quality as the number goes higher. I have Fable Journeys. I've never played it. I think out of the original 3, 1 is the best. 2 is middle. 3 is the worst out of the 3. Not to say they're bad. It's just out of the 3, it's the least good in my opinion. Fable 2 was broken on Xbox because you just, you know, set your time ahead, which I totally didn't do, and then just reap the benefits of rent. Fable 3 was, I spent far too much time making money near the end of it just to make sure that I would save everybody as much as I could. I was like, none of these people are dying on my watch. I am saving everybody. I'm not a fan of Fable Anniversary, really. I still think Fable Lost Chapters is superior to it. Honestly. At least on PC. I don't think Fable Anniversary does well on PC. I'm not sure about console. I don't know on console. I was about to dismount. I literally can't dismount. Let's just log out. So this way I can actually... Yeah. I can see that being a thing. I remember seeing something about, what was it? Is it Reaver? There was something about Reaver. I can't remember. Was it just the fact? Is it, it might just be the... Isn't the voice actor for him Matthew Mercer? Or am I wrong? No, it's Stephen Fry. Why did I think Matthew Mercer? What is Matthew Mercer in Fable? I swear. Am I just dumb? Apparently he's not been in. Okay. Final Fantasy Fables. I could have sworn that he... Yeah, it was Stephen Fry. What other character am I thinking? I'm dumb. I'm just straight up dumb. But yeah. I think SSG are relatively good, to my knowledge, about transferring carryalls. From what I've heard, I personally haven't had experience with it, but yeah. But yeah, I'm very hopeful for Fable 4. I will definitely be getting it. I was very excited when I saw it was announced. There was actually, I was following a project where someone was like recreating, I think, Fable in, I think someone was recreating it in Unreal Engine, which was pretty interesting. Don't tell Ghost you have gold. Ghost will try and get that gold off you. It'll be a problem. Just pretend you're poor around Ghost. We don't have money when he's around. Well, hopefully we can get you some gold again. Especially when you get to higher levels. I think I'm at 287. I think I made about 100 in like 2 or 3 days. But obviously that's with just like the higher level enemies you go against, the more expensive the stuff they drop sells for. So obviously it's dependent on that. I just really want to play Fable Lost Chapters now. That's all I want to do. I remember Fable Lost Chapters having like 4 discs on it or something. It was insane. Such a pain to install back in the day. What was I doing? I can't remember. Clearly, bringing back the dog was the only, only choice at the end of Fable 2. So I actually can't remember what I chose. Probably the dog. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, what am I? Oh yeah, no, I was doing Bjornings, wasn't I? So the idea is we'll go on should we go on Voktra? I feel like Voktra might be useful to do, because Voktra's strong. So if I've got to do missions anyway, why not do it on the characters that are actually worth leveling? Voktra is my only hobbit that I will ever play. Yeah. There's also some really cool dialogue. I can't remember if it's actually in game. With like Scythe and stuff. I was so upset at Maze. Maze upset me. I loved Maze, and then I didn't. By the way, still saying best cosmetic in the game is my axe. I'm just saying, well worth the 400 Lotro points. %. Okay.
What can I do for you?
Why wouldn't you want to play Fable now? It's a good game. Best game. Should we go do Bilbo? Bilbo's Falfang, and then a couple others from there. Sounds like a big thing there. To be fair, I mean, I've been playing it for 9 years, and I still sometimes just stand still. And I'm just like, maybe I should be Redline. I used to actually play Redline for the longest time. And then at some point I just switched. I think when I played Redline, Blue wasn't able to move. I could be wrong. I mean, you can dress as the Witch King if you spend 100 Mithril coins. That's possible. If you get one of the guises. Very expensive there. And only available during the fall festival. Which is, I think, the next one coming up. But yeah, Hunter is still very much up there. I mean, this character, I do like this character. Originally, this character was literally supposed to be both things I hated put together. Because I didn't like Hobbit, and I didn't like yeah, I didn't like Hobbit, and I definitely didn't like Guardian, or I definitely couldn't get on with Guardian at the time, and now it's super easy. And also, this is one of the easiest quests in the game, and I get so much experience for it. It's great.
Not before.
Not actually sure about my shoulder pads or not. Can't really get back into it. I think it's good to have breaks occasionally. Maybe you'll feel differently some other time. I think Lotro is still the only game that can consistently keep me occupied. Even without, like, the streaming and stuff. Yeah, as I said, there was, I think, a first look at Gundabad on the official stream yesterday. I actually went to download Final Fantasy XIV this morning. I had to sort out my account, my Square Enix account, but I wanted to just, like, you know, give it a shot again. I think for me it was another case of, like, I think Final Fantasy XIV more than, like, WoW, for example, where I was, and I from my understanding, it doesn't really matter, but I have never played a Final Fantasy game. So I was like, am I going to be completely lost here? But I have been told it doesn't particularly matter. And I think it would make sense for an MMO not to particularly need, like, that to be a thing. Whereas maybe other games. Would have, like, you know, references. I actually have Hollow Knight. I downloaded it and then I never played it for some reason, but I really did want to. But I'm really bad at, as I said before, downloading a game, then not, yeah, downloading a game, being excited to play it, and then when I actually finish playing said game or downloading it, I don't want to play it anymore.
Look for Canadal and Ringul on the high
Only
moor outside
thing,
the valley.
I don't
Perhaps
even
they have
know.
seen something
Was it
of
Final
our
Fantasy
hobbit.
13 or 12? One of the two, I think. There was some character called Lightning? Some female character. But I'm not really sure. Okay, let's remember how to play this game. Forced opening. I've actually never played Baldur's Gate. I do have it. I've had a lot of games though. I'm as I said, really bad at actually playing games. We're gonna have a time where, like, you could just force me to play games I've never actually played. We're gonna go for a list of, like, very popular games, and then you can all be disappointed in me for not having played it. I also just own a lot of older games, like actually discs and CDs and stuff. Like Fallout 1 and 2 I have, like, physical copies of. But I'm also not really a huge fan of the, like, isometric kind of style. I don't know, maybe I just never got into it, and if I tried it I might enjoy it better, but I don't know. To be fair, I've never really properly played Final Fantasy. Fallout. Like, I played Fallout 4. I had a copy of Fallout 3, but it was, like, really broken, so it would just crash randomly. Digital D&D. Wasn't there a D&D game that came out recently that was apparently really bad? I remember saying. How's my gear doing? 30. Okay, cool. My cloak is 22 though, so I should probably fix that. Then Bilbo rings at 30. Yeah, I need to get my jewelry done. Wow, 19 might. Actually, that's not too bad. yeah. But yeah, there was like some sort of D&D game that was actually like, you know, username Dungeons and Dragons. I think it was like kind of RPG-ish. No. Is it Dark Alliance? Is that it? It was like a really recent release. Yeah, Dark Alliance. June 21st, 2021. This game may contain content not appropriate for all ages or may not be appropriate for viewing at work. Yes, all that time I spend looking at Steam at work. To be fair, I barely got on my stream. On my Steam, rather. I mean, it looks alright from the trailer, but obviously trailers are supposed to look great. Game I'm waiting for, right, is... I can't remember the name of it. I am waiting for Warhammer 40k Dark Tide, which is essentially 40k Vermintide. Essentially. And I think I'm more of a fan of 40k than I am fantasy.
May have seen our missing
But yeah, definitely looking at the trailer, I felt Vermintide sort of vibes. I actually have a really old Space Hulk game as well. I also think I have like a board game or something. There's also Blood Bowl. I think I've got a board game of. Or at least I played, I think. No, I definitely had one. I don't know if I've still got it. I mean, when I collected them, I was the sort of more generic ultramarine guy, because, you know, I just follow the trends. Yeah, I just, you know, they're pretty common at least. I have a few Necrons. Not Necrons, sorry, Elder. My friend had a lot of Tyranids and Necrons. I love the aesthetic of Necrons, to be fair. They had some weird rule set or something. I can't remember. Or am I mostly thinking of lore? My favorite Warhammer 40k piece of lore is the fact that, like, if enough orcs believe in something, or believe something is true, it becomes true. I think that's canon, or like legit. It might be different because Age of Sigma and stuff, but I had I quite enjoyed Fire Warrior. I had that on PS2. That was an interesting game. But I have a lot of Warhammer 40k books. I've listened to a few audiobooks about it and stuff, like the Horus Heresy and stuff like that. Sort of generic, pretty simple kind of things. Yeah. they're also unaware of it, right? Because I remember I was at my local games workshop, which is unfortunately no longer open. And one of the guys that worked there was like running a game or whatever. And I'd like, no, we were actually having well, it wasn't a game we were playing. It was like we were doing a sort of a creating session where we were, instead of like painting models, we were actually yeah, instead of painting models, we were creating terrain and stuff. And I remember him just like saying something. The 40k universe is pretty insane, to be fair. I love that Bilbo's so quick.
I understand that
I think
Bilbo
my
wants
plan is I'm
adventure
going to
with
do
the dwarf
10 of
Gleeman,
Bilbo,
who now
go to another
camps
character,
north of
do 10 of Bilbo,
Loudwater.
go to
Has
another
he
character,
seen
do 10 of Bilbo,
lately?
and then I'm going to go back to Voctra to start, and then I'm going to do, yeah, I'm going to go to Voctra to start, and then I'm going to do like 5 regular ones, and then do 5 regular ones, or I just wait until tomorrow and do 5 Bilbo again tomorrow. Yeah, it's probably also one of the things I've sunk the most money into in my life, which is pretty insane. I remember I bought a Rhino, which is a Space Marine tank, and I'm the sort of person who paints before they put together, because there's some really awkward places that, you know, you can't get to, and I think that makes sense. Now remember, I lost one of the parts, so I never ever put this thing together, like ever, because I was missing a part, which is probably a biggest waste of money I've ever made. Yeah, I think we'll do, as I said, 10 Bilbo. That should take, what, half an hour, 40 minutes, give or take. It's pretty quick. Jump to another character. And the reason we want to do 3 characters is because, yeah, if it takes like 30 minutes, then we'll have like a 30-minute countdown or thing still, which kind of sucks. So we can't go straight back into it. A friend of mine that I got into sort of playing 40k. It's weird. He's one of those friends where, like, I haven't talked to him in years, but he's one of those people who, when you introduce him to something that he ends up liking, he will go super hardcore into it. So I was like, you know, I got him into like Warhammer, and then suddenly he's like, you know, spending all his money on it and like building his like table, which is all cool. Like, I've got nothing against it. I'm just like, every time I introduce him to something, he's just like suddenly super like, you know, hardcore, and I'm just like, yeah, I'm not really about that anymore. I was like, I'm just spending too much money. I can't really justify it to myself. Same with, I think, anime, if I remember correctly. I like made him watch a couple of shows, and then he was just like super, like a little bit worryingly too into it. I actually don't have. No, that's actually a lie. I have one, I think, Warhammer or Games Workshop Lord of the Rings model, which I think is Gandalf on Shadowfax. I think. I remember it's metal. It's somewhere in my house.
Bilbo may
Oh,
have
I'm
left
so behind
tracks
as well.
behind as he journeyed north, unless the recent snows have buried them.
I like got home the other day, and it might have been yesterday, honestly. And I like went to log in to like Netflix or whatever, and I honestly just had no motivation to watch anything. It was insane. I was like, you know, thinking to myself, I'm like, I'm gonna go watch something. I'm gonna catch up. And I just could not find the motivation to do it. Cool. What? Oh, damn it. It's just real rude. Oh, I can do enmity as well. That's nice. I think now that I've got my my fan, I actually it's kind of sad how much like money I spent. It's not that I spent a lot of money on this fan. It's basically I got a bonus. And I essentially just spent it on this fan so that I can continue surviving. Essentially. It's like, hey, here's a bonus for reaching targets this month. Awesome. I'm going to immediately spend it. Well, not all of it, but like a chunk. Was it for the month? Or was it that fortnight? I think it might have been just for the fortnight. Either way. But, yeah. Makes my room so much nicer. I was so worried I ordered it. I was like, I bet you that I'm going to order this. It's going to show up super late, so I'm not going to get a chance to use it. I'll be at work or something. And then, like, the day after or the day of, it'll just be super duper like cold. The worst thing as well is we don't have any air conditioning work at the moment because it's had to be disconnected because there's some people working on the roof, and for some reason that means it has to be disconnected. I don't really understand it, but fair play. And honestly,
Fight your way into
hurts.
Tinath Fenwy and clear it of goblins. Only then will it be safe to confront the goblin leader about our missing hobbit.
Let's see if I can survive this. Did I level up? Or am I being real dumb? I forgot I was in a different kinship in this on this hobbit, and then I completely forgot what the name of said kinship was for a minute. And now I'm reminded of what it is. Which is fun. And people say Guardian is bad. I'm the one. There was one that was a little bit more expensive that had like an aroma thing built into it as well. So at least I was like kind of like, oh, I'll spend the extra like 20 quid and maybe get that, but then it was unfortunately out of stock. At least this one's nice because not only has it got a remote control with it, so I can control it from like my bed. So it doesn't have to be like right next to me, but it's also really quiet, and it has a timer, so I can set it to turn off after like however much time. I just have to really hope that it's not boiling in the morning. But at least I've got it for like next time in 20 years when the UK is actually cold in. Physical mitigation, vitality, damn. Wait, what? No. I wanted to say no to him. Why was I auto aggroing? I didn't want to attack you. It wasn't worth it. Was not worth it. Come on. Oh, I forgot. I'm like in combat, but he's telling me stuff. I remember. It's worth doing it the first time, but every other time I think it's still better just to kill him, but hey. But at the same time, like we've said before, it's actually better for us to not speed through these because, yes, I want to get as many as I can done as soon as possible, but if I actually take a little bit longer on these instances, I can actually get less time waiting around. Like, so if I'm rushing, I'm going to be waiting like 20 minutes. Whereas if I'm just like playing normally and just like chilling, it'll be like maybe 5-10 minutes instead. But like literally less effort. I'm waiting around for less. And we're levitating. I always love to levitate. Why not? Cool. I do like the look that I've got going. Ghost, I know. Do I ever use a face cam? I did on my birthday. I think when it's night, like when it's night and I've literally just come off work, I'm just like, yeah, it's just a bit more like relaxing for me if I don't. I don't know if that makes fully sense, but yeah. Came up. There we go. But believe it or not, actually, me setting that up actually made this stream really broken. It actually, like, my OBS crashed, like, multiple times. The only thing that really changed was the face cam, and I don't understand why. But, yeah. I'd also need to find the root of that problem. Oh, I'm so dumb. I thought it was champion for a second. Came in. Cool. I feel super speedy, even though I'm in combat. It might just be the fact I'm a hobbit. But I could be wrong. Nope. Still apparently think I'm a champion. Cool. And final thing. I love these missions. They're so quick. It's actually a red guardian. Red guardian? I know there's blue guardian. Am I red? I am red. I am a red guardian. Huh. I mean, I don't really. I understand the basic idea. Like that is kill pretty easily. This guy was really sad about me just closing gates. That's his biggest problem with all this. You know? I'm actually really interested while I'm doing this mission if I can find my very comprehensive breakdown. Ah, here we are. Yeah, so I have a breakdown of like, you know, every material required for every tier of farming repast thing, which I might condense and put in the Discord somewhere. Because I've obviously got the requirements to farm to 20 already in there. So adding on to that could be really interesting. Hey, I got energy now. Oh yeah, I said after this I was probably going to go open a loot box, didn't I? What did I get? Hobbit Stealth. Interesting. And we're at 310 electro points. So again, we can buy at least one key. Wow. Get me that health regen going for us. And do that. And Vexing Blow. Even though it should be Overwhelm. But I guess if I'm doing multiple kills, maybe Vexing Blow is better because it is an AoE. Unless I have an A. Do I? I mean, yeah, Welling Retaliation. And then it would be nice to get an AoE from that. But I guess Sweeping Cut also. Actually, Sweeping Cut versus Vexing Blow. That's 2 attacks with more targets, but less damage. But a bleed. So it might actually be better to go for Control to 3. Maybe. Won't matter for this fight though, because it'll be a 1-on-1. Kim him. He's waiting for his army. I have a feeling it will not arrive. Three-shot kill. Easy. Love how that all works. So yeah, we're still powerful, and we're about to hit 10, which is nice. But I do think we're going to need some jewelry upgrades. So what I might actually do is go on Skarshu real quick and just check out the level 32 jewelry.
Let us hope you can bring Bilbo safely through Goblin Town without incident.
I'm actually on 30 missions after this, right? Which is kind of insane. On the continuing. So that means if I did all of these tomorrow plus 5, I could actually get the other... Like, if I could basically do another 15 tomorrow, not only can I get this for doing 5, but I can also get this for doing 15. Which is more... Is it more motes? No. Same motes, but double the stuff. For, like, pretty quick, you know, half an hour, 45 minutes of work. That's another shard. I can't really say no to that. It's exactly the same amount of work I'm going to have to put in otherwise, but with a better geared character. So, I see no one. Why not? I'll probably also just do Feyrand. Like, if I do Feyrand plus, like, Reneborn, like, without doing the Beornings, I can probably get away with it. It's so much easier. Cool. I think, yeah, with the second attack plus the bleed, should be pretty good. Alright then. Now we just chill out, waiting for Bilbo. So I think what we'll do is, like, obviously I'm done 10 now. We'll wait till tomorrow, I think, like 8 a.m. or whenever I wake up, just to real quick do like 5 of these missions, because I am out instance locked for 30 minutes. So yeah, it literally took me 30 minutes to do this, which is insane. So I'm probably gonna try and do like 2 more, which will get me up to about like 2:45 to 3-ish by the time I sort all that out. And then we'll probably finish off. So that's like, it'll still be like a 2.5, 3 hour stream, which is nice. So we still, you know, have a lot. I'll probably do it on Renaborn as well for the extra marks. Or motes. Embers. That's a word that I meant. So I get 500, in theory, 1,000 extra motes. Embers. I still can't work this out in my head. Which is 6,250, and I need 7,000. So if I open up a key on top of that, I should be fine. So I'll open up a key before I finish, I think. And then, yeah, at the very least, if I don't get anything good with the key, I do have... I think I can disenchant my gauntlets that I already have. If not, I can disenchant some of my essences, maybe? Probably not worth it. Probably don't want to disenchant stuff if I can help it, because those essences can then be just, you know, extra stuff for us. Yeah. I can get some crit rating, 2 crit rating things, or some vitality, you know, an extra like 8,000 health or so. What is it? 1837? 1837 times 4.5. 8,266 morale apiece. Plus I get the extra 5,000 might from the set bonus, so that's also a useful thing. Oh, I forgot I don't attack this guy. Sad times. Sad old time. Single combat, one-on-one. I wonder how many times I've done this mission. Honestly. I'm actually almost done with moats as well. We'll go Renaborn next. And I should probably buy a load of Scrolls of Empowerment. Because if I get all these like 500, 500, 500 moats from all these stuff, then I should probably make sure that I can actually get them and use them and whatever. Also, I have a load of moats in pure item form, so we'll also use that. Yeah. 3-shot killer troll. Why not? It's so bad that I love Guardian so much after all this. A well-made Guardian. I need to get my Metalsmith up, actually. If I'm getting crafting materials, I'm going to start leveling up my my Metalsmith more in the realm of the guild. Because, yeah, for the runes, I want Metalsmith or Weaponsmith, but I think for pure armor... I mean, ideally, I want to get the others maxed out as well, but, yeah, if I can make sure I get level 40 armor, I could probably survive till level 40 with the level 30 stuff, but I probably won't. I'll probably, like, get 45 stuff. And obviously, ingredient packs means I just don't have to worry. And same for these things, as again, you know, they're bound to me, but, you know, I can, not have to worry about single-use recipes and can guarantee a crit. Come on. Come on. I believe in you. I actually want to see if I've got enough. Because so, if I... Basically, my point being, if I do... Press onwards is basically a heal. So from what I understand, it's like more press onwards, more quick shot damage, which is sort of one of my more used skills, just because it's very, very quick and, you know, simple thing. Press onwards is a heal, which is based on the percentage of your health, which is really nice to have. I would suggest getting that. Split shot, it's good. but I'm really bad at using it. So there's that. And strong draw, I can't quite remember what that does. I'm gonna be honest. Did I say strong jaw or strong draw? Increases damage. Oh, okay, yeah, that one. I actually normally spec into that because it's higher percentages, and I just use. I personally, so my setup is 1 is barrage because it's a damage over time and a slowdown. 2 is blindside, which used to be a lot worse, but it's better now. 3 is penetrating shot. 4 is barrage. Personally, for me, those are my 2 focus skills, so I like to increase my focus damage with those, and then 5 being quick shot. And press onwards, again, just being a heal. If you're just farming, you might not know, but like if you're gonna be like struggling with health, press onwards is really nice to have. Just, you know, because it is pretty much a. I mean, so if you use the range damage, that's for every skill, whereas the strong draw is only for 2 skills. I think I have both, to be fair, sorted out. Obviously, you get them a lot more as you go. You actually get also some skills, like, so I've got quests or deeds that are like, use this skill a certain amount of times, 150 times. And those also give you trait points when you complete 3 of them. So that's also a really useful thing. But you'll get a skill at point every 2 levels. So you can kind of experiment as well. It's only a little bit of like silver to switch them around. I can't remember why I said Ghost too. Ghost has got a much better hunter than I do at the moment, so his isn't quite the same setup as mine at the moment. Right, let's log out real quick. Use barbed arrow combined with sketching blow if enemy is too close. Yeah. Later on, there's some nicer skills. I personally use the precision stance, which generates focus as I... So you'll get strength and precision. The precision will generate focus for you while you're in combat. I personally start with barrage. No, sorry, barbed arrow, because it's a damage over time skill. Just so you can get that initial hit on. In fact, let me see what I do. I've got my training dummy, right? Let's go to my house. Yeah, my setup's going to be slightly different just because I'm a higher level. You get the like blood arrow, which is really nice, so it restores 10% of your health on hit, which is beautiful. Plus exsanguinate, which is also really nice. Split shots up here. So I normally use... Let's get my training dummy. I get barrage, or barbed arrow, sorry, to start. Then I normally use like quick shot, just for the extra focus. Like I'm always on 9 because I've got precision. So yeah, every 3 seconds it gives you 1 focus. It's even out of combat. So I will do like this, and then just kind of that rotation while they're on. Barrage used to not have the cooldown on Barrage 3, and it was beautiful. And then it... Yeah. But for me, I've gone 2 into impact arrows, and then 6 into strong draw. Because the majority of the time I do use focus skills as my main damage force. But again, this is by no means the be-all end-all at the moment. And obviously it will change. Oh, I have a super low on power. Ooh, that's fun. Am I gonna have to use... Wait, where's my... What? I haven't got press onwards. Since when? What is going on here? I don't like it. 3,659 DPS. I think I beat that with my warden. That's kind of sad. I haven't played him in a while though. He needs sorting. Right. Let's go get Reneborn looked into. I kind of want to look at my DPS on him, but I'm going to be sad when it's too low. But yeah, there's also some nice skills in Redline, which is beautiful. Like Rain of Arrows. I set... if I'm against like a boss and it's a single enemy, I will actually set trap in front of them. Especially if an enemy's monologuing during a quest, I always set a trap below them. Blindside used to be useless, but is actually really, really useful now. There's a skill that when your enemy is below 50% health, you can use it, and it has like a really large amount of damage. And Blindside doesn't have that requirement, but does pretty much the same damage. So that's Merciful Shot. But it basically does the same damage. It used to be terrible. It's actually really, really good now. Normally, before I have Rapid Fire, which basically means your focus skills don't cost anything, I normally put that in my number 2 slot. Low Cut is, I think, the only AoE skill you'll have, so I use that occasionally. And Swift Bow is just kind of my... For me, it's just kind of a if everything else is on cooldown. But I'm sure that's wrong. Because it's me, so it's probably wrong. It's been a while since I properly played Hunter. I feel like I'm a little bit behind on... at least endgame. Setups. But I think press onwards is just a really useful thing. Just having as many heals as possible without having potions. Also being percentage based is really fun. Or really useful, in my opinion. Okay. Cool. Let's go back to the debris. Not the Shire, the debris. Real quick. So, looking back into my two-handed, which probably isn't needed for quite a while. How many do I need? So I need to go to 74. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 times 24 plus 14. 158. Virtues. Right. Me being the one to be honest. Let me, sorry, that's inside joke for my terrible virtues on one of my hunters. I think generally Valor for damage, Determination for the agility, Confidence as well for the critical, Zeal and either Wit or Loyalty. Wit will give you more damage, Loyalty will give you more health. I say Valor, Zeal, pretty much what I've got on actually. It's probably fine. Wait, Zeal? Yeah, no, Zeal. Physical Mastery crit. So I think what I've got is actually pretty alright. For Hunter as well, if I remember correctly. Now I get to buy a load of these. It's going to be real fun. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just going to buy all of them. Why not? I have no reason not to. Too many requests. Oh no, I've never had such an issue before. Oh wait. Should be using these to get more figments. And then buying the horses I like. But it's fine. I'll suffer later. Another too many requests. So I should have like 98, I think. No, 9. I think 98. No. 28 plus. So 85. 93. Alright. I need like 140-ish total. But that's not too far off if I just do a couple of, like, you know, missions. Okay. Put those there. And then we get to do this over and over again. To be fair, I'll probably do this. I want to get, like, one of them maxed out. Just to make sure of something, but... Then we'll real quick do some missions on this character. Which is fine, because I can actually do Elder Slave missions as well. Just for the extra daily. In fact, I actually should have already got 3 done, which means I should be on 13 by the end of this. Cool, I can't do that, so... let's run one of these on... Or some of these on... Perfect. Should we go run some Bilbo? So this is Prime Bag. It's part of the Prime plugin. If we do exclamation point bag, there's a link to it. So it's a plugin called Prime, and it's a subset of that. So there's a couple more things added on. It's just a nice way of, I think for me, just keeping them all, keeping every item kind of organized, I guess. Did I say I was going to open a box? I think I did, but I'll do it later.
Why do you disturb me?
I do need like an exclamation point plugin thing, to be honest. But I've just got exclamation point bag and exclamation point skin, I think, are the only two that we've actually set up. Just since those are the like most asked questions, so it's easier to have a consistent answer. So glad I filtered out that sound. So horrible. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's like... I like the sound in this game. Some are just far too loud. It'd be really nice if you could independently change volumes of certain sounds instead of just having to point blank filter them out, but it's fine. It's all good. Alright, let's get these 10 missions done. Unless we get to 10. Where are we at on... Yeah, 15. I might just do 7 and just be up to 10 then. And then tomorrow just do 5. And then, yeah, I get my Embers. I get my Scroll of Empowerment, which is fun. My Virtue Experience. And then, obviously, my bonus crafting materials, which is my Ithalon Shard. So I should get 2 from Voctor, 1 from Reneborn. And if I do, like, another character, probably Feyrand, for, like, half an hour, that'll get us up to, like, 3 o'clock. And then tomorrow, with, like, pretty limited effort, we should be good to go ahead. Cool, cool, cool. Might as well use this as an excuse. To level up our weapons. I wish this wasn't so horrible to do. I want to, like, use all button. I have it for rep. Why can't I use it for this, huh? Huh, game? Huh? Okay. I'd like to get... I should be able to get over 500 on this. I'd like to think by tomorrow we could probably get everything to 74. And then at least we got that baseline. And then we just need to continue doing my rune and this. So like wild attack and stuff. In fact, what am I actually still doing on here? Relentless / remorseless strikes, which is not actually a thing I use. Ferocious strikes cooldown, which will stay the same, but then continuously the damage will go up, so that's fine. Not by much though. Wild attack, which is I think the one I'm focusing on. Actually, no, rend bleed damage was what I was actually currently focusing on. Battle frenzy, I think having the extra physical mastery would actually be useful. And I think for this one we said, I think we were happy. 20% blade line, AoE power cost, 13.2% AoE skill critical damage. Oh, that would actually be very useful. Why am I not doing that?
Let us hope you can bring Bilbo safely through Goblin Town without incident.
And the physical mitigation debuff as well. The thing I don't use properly. And feel like I never will. Oh, I should also open up these. Assortment of dwarf candles. Oh, lovely. I do love me some dwarf candles. As we all know. I think any of these I can do, right? No. So weird that I can choose even though I can't. Also, really, really sad thing. I got another Warden Spear at the first age. You may be questioning, why is that a bad thing? That's a rare item. It's gold and everything. Surely it's good. It's my third, technically my third first stage. And I'm so sad about it. Because I don't need 3. One of them I'm giving Ghost. One of them I might just give away. Like this one. Like tomorrow. Because why not? But it's just kind of sad. And let's put like 200 counter. Perfect. How much does it cost if I wanted to like max that out? 9.90. So it's like 10 per tier. That's expensive. Very expensive. Yeah, I'm going to do my real quick ones, and then, yeah, we'll open up a loot box on this character. Should be fun. So I'll do, like, 7, 8. This is 10, and then maybe 9? Maybe? I could also just do some Erebor ones. Or, Elder Slate? Yeah, no, that's correct. Because, yeah, comparing Voktra's killing of these enemies to mine, obviously these enemies are a lot tougher. Just generally. Because it's scaling. Whereas the level 30-ish enemies are pretty easy. Like, super duper easy. Like, possibly too easy. Either that or I'm just too strong. Alright, though. I was really confused why I was looking at something, but I thought I was looking at something for champion, and it talked about bow swapping, and it really threw me off. I did not like that for a second. It's like, why would I bow swap as a champion? I'm gonna be honest with you. I have absolutely no clue. To my knowledge, this is the very first time it's been a thing. I saw a thing about it on the update thing yesterday, and I was at work when there was an announcement about it. In fact, actually, let's go on the Twitter. On the Twitters. And go have a look, because it might actually have something. So, yeah, Runekeeper's 75% off, which is nice. Available through July 26th, formally ending at 3 a.m. Eastern on July 27th. World-renowned treasure seeker Theodore Gorse needs your assistance. All his precious relics are gone missing. To participate in the Treasure Buggen event, seek out Theodore Gorse if any scaling instance is set to your level. You can bring your friends and kinmates. Theodore will offer you a selection of cosmetic rewards for your help. Make sure to look out for the sneaky Buggen trying to escape with stolen treasures. Help stop many sneaky Buggens to receive even more rewards. Every time you play a scaling instance around your level, there will be a chance for the treasure Buggen to spawn. Defeat the Buggen and reclaim its stolen treasure before it flees. It does not attack you, but instead runs to evade your attacks. Turn your coins to barter vendor Theodore Gorse at the start of any scaling instance to pick up various rewards. Also complete seeking the treasure Buggen 4 times to earn virtue experience, a virtue acceleration tome, and an assortment of crafting buttons. Known issue. It is not appearing in several instances as they should be. Amandamel, the Bloody Threshold, the Deaths of Kisdol, Cadal, whatever, the Fall of Khazad-dûm. Seat of the Goblin King? Interesting. So it looks to just be, if you have an instance set to your level, it says around your level, and then it says to your level. It's kind of weird. There's a chance of a thing spawning that you then defeat, and you get a reward for it. It's an interesting event concept. I'm not sure if I'm too fussed about it, honestly. I saw there was 2, tomes of like a goat and a golden cave claw. The golden cave claw is interesting to me, but... And it looks like you can also barter for an item that makes it more likely to spawn, which is also very interesting. Very interesting, though. Interesting. Looks kind of creepy. Primeback's best thing ever. It's pretty good. Only thing that can kind of cause issues with it is when you log in, sometimes it will have a big error message come into here. If that happens, all you got to do is open it up and press the little refresh button, and it will fix it. That's the only... Well, that, and you can't lock items from the bag like you can in the normal one, so you have to go to a vendor and do it, but honestly, that's kind of a small thing to have some nice organization. Yeah, if you lock them, it just means you can't accidentally sell them. So, weapons that you don't have the ability to use yet, or like a cosmetic or something. It's just, yeah, so you don't accidentally sell something you don't mean to. But you can lock them in the vendors still, so just by pressing this button here. Yeah, so let's say I have this item. I don't want to sell these because I like to stockpile them for my legendary weapon to give them experience. So I just press lock, and then if you want to show locked and unlocked items, and it basically just means like this earring, for example, is locked. I can't sell it because it's locked. Because yeah, I'd rather not. I'm very fussy with my items. I'm very much a hoarder when it comes to this game. Like, these are useless to me. I still have them for some reason. Don't know why. Chapter 7 is the easiest chapter in the game, so let's go do it. And then, yeah, I think we'll go Fairand for 10 more, and then we might finish it off for the night. Just so I can get decent night's sleep, and then we'll come back tomorrow with a proper timed stream. For once, it actually might happen. At least that's the idea. And then we can get a few more of those sorted. Yeah, ruby shards are really cool. As I said, the shards are pretty much just like a rarer crafting ingredient. Like I've got some sapphire ones here and some beryls. Just for some like more higher tier crafting recipes, like single use recipes. That said, if you do need anything crafted, I do have a vendor of each. So I should be able to help you craft anything you need. Also a lot of random recipes. Been working on my scholar actually most of the day, so that's always fun. I can justify it to myself more if I am not just only crafting for Ghost, which is currently what is happening. I mean, my jeweler's made quite a lot for other people. I love my jeweler. I love the little story behind him. Because he's a burglar. And he's a dwarf. And dwarves are known for making, like, high-quality stuff. And he's a burglar. And he's a jeweler. So he cannot stand the sight of badly made jewelry. So he steals it, melts it down, and then makes better jewelry. And for some reason, I find that incredibly funny. Let's do a chapter 6, actually. I should be able to just kite everybody on chapter 6.
Fight your way into Pinath Fenwi and clear it of
Pinath
goblins.
Fenwi.
Only then will it be safe to confront the goblin leader about our missing hobbits.
Yeah, so missions-wise, where am I at? 5? Okay, 6 on here. I think we should just go do some arable ones. Or War of Three Peaks ones. It would be better. Why do I do this to myself? And that is why Champion is a wonderful class. Still prefer Hunter, though, overall. Even though I have been loving my Champion possibly a little bit too much. Is there such a thing as too much? Not sure. The good thing about doing this is, even though really the main reason is to craft that chest plate for Ghost, at least we're also getting something out of this. So I might be spending my mithril coins, which is basically going to happen. And I may be spending my mithril coins and my time. And I could arguably, what, if I sold 25 shards, even at like 150, how many I could do? Like 25 times 150. I could make about 4,000 gold if I wanted to. But no. We're making sure he gets that chest plate. Also, if I had 4,000 gold, I wouldn't know what to do with it, and I think Ghost may just take it and spend it on cosmetics, which is a little bit of a problem. So I'd rather have a tangible benefit rather than just more cosmetics. But yeah. But again, at least we profit in terms of virtue experience. We also get a... So we get the Ithalon shard. I also get my crafting materials, which is fun. And then what else do I get? What else do I get with my weekly? Crafting materials. Oh yeah, the reputation. That was the other thing. That's true. Which is actually kind of even a bigger deal. If fact, something I actually wanted to work out is the reputation. Reputation. I want to see how much I'd have to get before. I need 280,000 experience. Yikes. It's kind of insane. So I need to get 14 of them technically. If I were to double.
Close the gates that lead further into Goblin Town, or you will be overrun before you can rescue Bilbo.
But it's probably a lot cheaper for me to get just 28 of them. Or do like 14 normal and then obviously just craft normally as well. Which is probably the way to go. Cool. And then off to War of Three Peaks after this. Oh, they didn't bug out. Have they fixed it? Anyway. I could even do Svalfang actually. That'd be another one. That's my job. Not anymore. Now it's my job to open and shut the doors. Or not. I hate getting disarmed. I know I keep saying it, but being disarmed is probably like the most annoying thing recently. I didn't realize I needed 28 though. Insane. Either way, we'll get there eventually. I mean, if I were to do all my buildings, as I said, well, at the moment, if I'm spending 30 minutes getting 10 done, then in like an hour per character over like 2 days, I can get like 25 of them pretty easily. Don't like 2, don't really like 3. I think, honestly, yeah, I'm going to go finish a couple over at War of Three Peaks. And then Feyrand will probably jump on some. I actually don't know, like, I probably have a character that's super duper close to finishing one, and I just don't know it, but that one can just be like, oh, I have to complete, like, 5 more. Let's real quick do, 7, 8, 1, 9, 10, or Svalfang again. My favorite giant that I kill all the time. Possibly too much.
How do you do?
Cool. Hopefully we got some easy ones. I actually don't think I've properly paid attention. I did 3 missions this morning. Super duper early in the morning. Well, early in the morning, but late enough that reset, but it's like 9 o'clock in the morning. Yeah. We'll see. Wait a second. Ah, cool. I'm dumb. I should do these. That's 3 of them. That's insane. That's really useful. I should also sort you out, because I need these things. Yeah, let's go do 3 quests. Makes sense. Or 2. And then Svalfang. Which is possibly one of the easiest. Certainly the easiest trestle bridge. I also need to do more lower level. I need to find like a good humanoid instance that I can run at lower levels, because I'm trying to farm scholar materials recently. It's getting a little bit difficult to do all the time. Especially with the way some of my characters are set up. I have no like in between. I've got like, Carvelard's my in between. I've got like either it's like level 50, 60, or I'm level 130. Wow, how did you aggro from so far? Easy. So easy. Hey, it's Ghost. Want to sell 20 gold? Who would buy Traveler's Steelbound Love Boxes for 20 gold? Like a gold a piece? I don't know what that guy's thinks they're worth. But okay. Oh no. Oh no. I hate this one. This is my least favorite. I don't like this. I'm so sad. Like, this may actually be my least favorite one. My favorite one is the one where I get to be drunk. And then I beat the orcs at a drinking contest. Which sounds really dumb, but that is pretty much the premise of one of these missions. Yeah, so whenever I get to like Minas Ithil, I'm gonna be so well off because I'm literally just gonna have Minas Ithil everything. Constantly. But, like whenever I open a chest or whatever, but yeah. Certainly Doomfold as well. Anorian, Doomfold, they're gonna be like super easy to do. Hopefully. Oh, what's this? Oh, increases the morale of nearby goblins. Okay, cool. Not a big deal. Let's take this old key. Don't need to go down there if I am correct. Can I be really sneaky? Skip an enemy. Oh, damn. Find the thing. And then come down here for the last thing. The ancient key. And the annoying sappers, which are arguably one of the more annoying, if not the most annoying enemies from these recent missions, because they are the only things that can just like kill me without really trying. Like that. Because that's fair. And now I gotta go against you. I tried to skip you for your own safety. That's why Hunter is superior in every single way. The reason I think I don't particularly like this mission too much is because I'm pretty sure the first time I did it, I spent a good like 20 minutes trying to figure it out, and I still couldn't. I actually had to look up a video to find this dwarven treasure. At least now I know where it is, but still. Oh, why am I? There's no point in picking those up. I have no intent on really buying any of these cosmetics. and they are bound to character at least. I have no intent on buying these, even though I can, it seems. The mount is the only thing that I'm interested in buying. So. Wall of Ice. Okay, it is the one I thought. Some old missions. Should we pick him up? I don't see why not. Worst case, I just don't find the thing and we're all good. Come on. Why is my ice wall not being attacked? Take damage, please. Thank you. Yeah, it might not even show up in the things. It is just a landscape quest, so I don't expect it to actually show up. And I will just get rid of them if needs be. But that's fine. Okay, so behind here should end up being... Yes, the... No? I'm apparently incorrect on what I thought I knew. No, I was both correct and incorrect. So there is the boss enemy here. It's just I was looking at the wrong one. Cool, and just one more ice wall after this, I think. I don't know where it is. Somewhere, clearly. I love that though. This wall apparently does 15% extra damage to us. Why not? What am I up to? I am doing some missions. Trying to get those weeklies done since they reset today. Going to be getting myself some of the crafting bundle thingies, which will then give me some Ithalon shards. Oh, I'm technically fighting ice. That's true. We're clearing the area out. But yeah, then we're going for the Ithalon shards to make the Gold Hunter chestplate, which is good and fun. Let's get rid of these quests when the game wants to work. In fact, actually, where were they? Strongholds of the North? No. The Wastes? Vales of Anduin? Wells of Langfleur. What? Dwarfholds? Arid Mithrin? Cool. I should probably do that one to be fair. I think unlocks something for me or something or other. Cool. More rep. More rep. We do love some more rep. And yeah, that actually is 11 out of 15. So we'll do 4 more at least tomorrow. I mean, I need to do 3 for this area anyway. That puts us on 4. I also would like to get those done tomorrow. And then Feyrand, we'll have a look at Feyrand, see how quickly he can go quickly do Bilbo. Ideally, or Svalfang, or what have you. I think they do well with what they have available, for sure. Which makes me kind of excited to see what's available, you know, if the graphics redo kind of does end up happening. Kind of difficult with me for Gundabad. Obviously, I'm excited for a new expansion, but I don't want to spoil myself on it. I kind of want the day one to be like, oh, this is the area you're looking at. Like, I want it to be my first, you know, impression. Okay. My subscriber jug has disappeared, but I have another one, so it's fine. Right. Where am I off to? I am off to Trestlebridge to do some Svalfang. Then, oh, actually, I did some missions. I've done 17 out of 45. So that's also a potentially doable thing. Because if I do 15, then I'm only 15 away, and then like a day later I can do another 15. Oh, right. Yeah.
What do you need?
I was just thinking because I think there was a Gundabad like look at briefly on a recent stream. But I want to look, but at the same time I also don't want to look. Time to remember how to play Warden. My shouty boy is back in action. Come on, shouty boy. You know what you're doing. Oh, okay. Ba-ba-ba-da-da. Cool. Let's get myself some mission rewards. Why not? I really don't know, honestly. I have sort of kept myself away from everything, so I'm really not in the know, to be honest. Oh, I just realized they're all going to be the same mission. It's fine. I should do this mission anyway, or this quest. I haven't got either of them done. But at the very least, I think I can send these to another character. Yeah, bound to account, so. Oh, they're 74s. I don't really care much for 74s, to be honest. Oops. Oopsie daisy. That's not great. At least this is really easy. I'm just kind of hoping I can get my the Giro one sorted before it comes out, because I'm kind of putting a decent amount of effort into it at the minute, and I don't want it to immediately be redundant just when this new stuff comes out. So we'll have to see how it goes. But at the same time, it means that I'm kind of, I don't know, I'm kind of on an equal playing field. What are my hopes for it? I don't really know. I don't go really into them expecting too much. Just expect it to be fun. Ideally. Like Warrior 3 Peaks I didn't really know much about. Doing him. I don't know if that made me more or less disappointed. I was very disappointed with the way they marketed Warrior 3 Peaks. Though to be fair, I do Warrior 3 Peaks. I quite enjoy Warrior 3 Peaks now. I just kind of wish they marketed it better. I don't know. I quite enjoyed the Elder Slade story, so hopefully they just continue on from that. We'll probably use Champion at the moment. I'd like to get my Hunter up, but if he's not up by that time, it will just be Champion. More than likely. Oh, I don't want to do this one. I just realized I don't like it. Not one bit. Nope. Don't knock me out. Not allowed to do this. I'm just going to run through. None of you are going to attack me. We're all good. None of you are going to knock me out. I'm just going to rush ahead. Because it's an instance, all of you are going to continue aggroing me, which is going to be really sad. But it's fine. We don't worry about that kind of stuff. Yeah, I'd ideally like to get my hunter sorted. I think Gundabad's supposed to have the... I think Gundabad's supposed to include the legendary item revamp, from my understanding. If it's ready by that point. So, we'll have to see how that affects legendaries. Because I don't think, even if I spend, well, unless I spend a lot of mithril coins, I'm not going to be able to get my, like, hunter with a maxed out legendary anytime soon. Whereas my my champion's actually, like, decently geared. But another reason I want to get him to 130 is the weeklies. Just makes a lot of sense, I think. If I can just spend like an hour-ish dealing with like a couple of instances and getting 500 mithril coins, no mithril coins, embers. Or like 1,000 embers rather, in like an hour. Over like 10 characters, ideally at the end of the day. When I get them all to 130, hopefully. That should be real fun. Kill. I'd say Champion's been a lot of fun. I think that's why I've been playing him so much. I've been not really playing a lot of Fairhand. Because it's just kind of grindy at the minute. I might end up skipping 265 soon, honestly. Just to kind of keep the momentum going with him, because he's definitely slowed down, because obviously it's not anybody's fault, but obviously availability for group content on a not necessarily main character for a lot of people has made it difficult to do the original purpose of this character. Right, though. Once we get Fayrand all sorted, though, and up to at least 10 missions, ideally, we will just... Oh, this is the one. I thought it was. Cool. We're going to just end up, I think, finishing off for the night. And then tomorrow, as I said, just like 5 missions per character. Real quick. Get those sorted. And we'll have some happy days. Want to sell Tome of Will 1, 400 gold. I should sell my Tome of... whatever tome I had. I think I had a Fate tome, right? I had a Fate 1 and a Fate 3, I think. What do I primarily spend my lottery points on? At the moment, keys, to be honest. There's not really much else that I have spent them on. I mean, obviously, I spent like 9,000 on the kinship house. That's obviously quite a lot. That's not a regular purchase, though. I am going to be opening a box at the end of this just to get some more embers, I think. Because ideally, that means by tomorrow, maybe, I can get an extra gauntlet. Tomorrow, we might do a lottery point run as well and just like buy a key. Because I like the idea of doing a lottery point run plus rep and then just buying a key with that. Yeah, the 120 or 130 loot boxes. I don't like Sacrificial Tower. I think this one's alright. Okay. Yeah, I remember this one. Yeah, there's not really been much else for me to spend them on, to be honest. Stat tomes, maybe. The rest of the time, they just kind of maybe get used on intro skips. But less so now, because I'm not really making new characters on Beyondings. At which point, what's the point? Obviously, for normal loot boxes, I'm just going to use my Bjornings, but... there's not a... So there's 38 available per day. So there's 8 in War of Three Peaks, 10 in Erebor, 10 in Trestle Bridge, and then 10 in Bilbo. So 38 you can do a day without resetting for Mithril coins. Because they are counting as an instance, there is a cap of 10 per hour. So it would take you like 4 hours, technically, to do all of them. Which is why we're sort of doing 10 and then jumping to another character, doing 10, jumping to another character. Because otherwise we're just sat around. Like, I spent, you know, on Voktra, we did, you know, 10 Bilbo missions in about half an hour. So, even though we did them super quick, we were capped. Which meant otherwise we just sat around doing nothing. Cool. Is this the one where it's like completed what the rewards? So for depending on the one you're with, you get a... So if you're doing Trestle Bridge, you get Breland wood marks, which can be traded in for cosmetics or increment jewelry, earrings that are incremental of 10 of depending on like might, agility, or will. If you do the ones I'm doing now, we get copper coins of Gundabad. No, that's a lie. We get these war marks, which are mostly for cosmetics. We then get the something else, I can't remember. Further Adventures tokens from Bilbo, which can be also done for rings, much like the earrings, and cosmetics. And tokens of this place can be done for legs, gauntlets, and something else. Yo? Who am I being yo'd? Who's yoing me, huh? Right. I think this is... No, yeah, this is the one where it's like completed. Or is it? Huh? I get sad when people are anonymous, though. I like being nosy. Let me be nosy. So the gear I don't actually need. I'm not particularly after the rewards. There's a quest, a weekly quest for completing 15 and 45 of them. So these ones, where you get Motes of Enchantment, or for Reneborn, because he's maxed, Embers of Enchantment, Virtue Experience, which 1,000 Virtue Experience, which you can transfer to any character, Heritage Rune, and also a Scroll of Empowerment, which would help level up my legendary weapon. And then you can choose either some character boosts like double XP and reputation boosts, and I think a few other things I can't remember. Legendary item boosts, so more Scrolls of Empowerment and Heritage Runes, or the bonus crafting materials, which are, you can choose pretty much any crafting material that you want, and also what was the other one? You get 10. You can get things for 10,000 rep in a crafting guild, which is pretty cool. And what else was there? Oh yeah, you can basically get a universal solvent or an Ithalan shard, which obviously are, or a 100% crit item, which are very useful for crafting. So I'm not really after the gear, because it's not the best gear in the game. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I got a lot of the double XP things, so I have those to trade around my characters and stuff if I need to. But yeah, I'm mostly after the Ithalan shards to craft the gold chestplate, which is the best chestplate in the game for Hunter. The Hunter version I'm after, which is for Ghost's Hunter, so that he has some better gear, because I already got my one for my champion, so I don't need it, and I want to be helpful. So I need 25 of those shards. I have 15 currently. So technically, I need to put in another, like, 20... No, another, like, 10 hours, I think. If I were to technically do it. If I'm not lucky, but I have some other ways of getting them if I am lucky, which we'll see. Also, I could just buy them off people, but you know. It was just... We're on 6 out of that. And if I go Rivendell, I can do 7, 8, 1, and 10? New expansion would just be assuming level cap increases, which I think it is by 10 levels. Would obviously just be higher stat gear for the most part, increase in virtue experience, max level, or virtues max level from what 75 I think is the max currently, to whatever, probably like 80, 85 potentially. Probably wouldn't have any more skills. You get more, in theory, more trait points. So 95 is the cap currently, but that might increase. But mostly more gear, and also there's kind of, you know, set bonuses and all that jazz.
I probably worry for nothing. When we find Bilbo, we will laugh long and
Like
well,
the chest plate that
but
I'm
not before.
crafting for Ghost has a set bonus if you have the full set that, or I think 4. No, if you have all 6, I think it. All if you have 4 or 6, I think it's 4. You get a like reduced cooldown on a bunch of stuff, so you'd have new gear that does stuff like that, or more damage. No, I think it's 10% range damage for 4 pieces, and then like 5,600 agility if you have 2 pieces, and then 6 pieces I think affects cooldown of something. So new sets like that, new raids, etc., etc. Always love running around for these. I need a skip button. I've heard you lose Bilbo so many times. Please stop losing him. I wonder if would it be better for me to spend more time, no, the same time, basically, if I could do 5 super quick instances, 5 of them, and take 3 days, but do it on more characters, it would be delayed, but I'd probably get more. But the problem is I can't do super quick ones because they won't all have all of Rivendell Bilbo unlocked. So it's probably best to do the 10 first and then the 5 the next day, which I think is the idea. So Arwen is over here. I wonder when this is technically set. I don't know. Yeah, we'll do 1, 7, 8. Wait, 1. How many am I on? 6. 1, 7, 8. 6, 9, 10. 10's probably better. There's no point in getting them. I have too many. But yeah, for example, this one, you get a choice of rings, depending on your set stuff. So for 60, we get a might one and agility one. It's funny how the might actually gives you more might than agility. But yeah, stuff like that. Depends on which one it is, really. 7 are probably good. Maybe if I had audio cues for 7. 7's super quick.
We will need a distraction if you are to
Talk
rescue
to him.
Bilbo from Goblin Town.
New quest.
I will provide it.
Chill out on this barrel, as usual. Levitate for a bit. Come on. Come on. I'm jumping too high. Come on. Doesn't like me being on it. It knows what I'm trying to achieve. Right. But that's at least 3 more shards directly tomorrow. Which is good. Maybe I'll do some farming in the morning. And just kind of hope that I get some extra shards. Because if I get 3, or potentially 4, if we include Voctra potentially getting extras. But let's say 3 for argument's sake. That'll be 18. So I need 7 more. They're specifically made this way. So this one's its own little story. The War of Three Peaks one obviously came with it, so it's new content anyway. The Erebor one came a little bit later in its own little spot. Trestle Bridge was actually Wildwoods, so technically it's in Trestle Bridge, but it's actually Wildwoods content because it's right next to it. But yeah, like these are always the same. These 10 chapters. Erebor is always the same. Trestle Bridge is always the same. And then War of Three Peaks switches out daily, which missions it is. So 7's done. We'll do 8 real quick, and then maybe 6.
Close the gates that lead further into
kinda, yeah.
or you will be overrun before you can rescue.
You also get motes from them, which is nice. At least some of them. These you don't, but like the Erebor ones you get motes from. This obviously you get motes from. So it's really useful for leveling up your content. I like the ability to choose your reward as well. I do always like, oh, let's tree. Nope. Okay. Well, that messed up. Cool. Did I use Fel? I did use Fel Fang. Damn it. Yeah, because I need to work out what 5 I'll do in the morning. I might do it off stream, just in the morning real quick, but yeah, it will be a case of, as I said, 1, 7, 8, and 1, 7, 8 are the quickest. Then, depending on how 6 goes, maybe 6. 10 possibly. 10's just a lot of talking. Kinda sucks. Really? Did I get silenced? Yikes. Dead. Svalfang for 4 and then 5. I probably could do one of the War of Three Peaks quests. I just don't like traveling around too much. It's a bit of a hassle. Yeah, we'll try 6 out, as I said. We good. It's alright. We're going to be doing this one, probably heading to sleep ourselves, I think. Ready to settle this up for tomorrow. Let's try 6.
Fight your way into Pinath Fenwi.
I keep thinking this is the other one.
Only then will it be safe to confront the goblin leader about our missing hobbit.
Okay, let's hope that I am strong enough to... Nah. Ghost isn't here, you know? He's not here demanding it. I'm kind of surprised. Ghost has got a laptop. He sent me a message being like, I have unlimited data and a laptop. I was like, "See you on stream?" They never replied to me. I got. Didn't even get left on red. He never opened my message. So sad. I cry every dim. Actually, let's check. Did he see my message? Nope. I sent me a message. Nearly 4 hours ago. I know. I'm insulted. Deep down. Yeah. I mean, I'd say 3 a.m. still good, and that means that I can hopefully wake up decently normal time tomorrow, around, well, 8 o'clock is when the like dailies reset, right? So hopefully I can do that, and then we can do these missions and get those extra shards. Yeah, he's away. Very nice view. He's flexing on me with that view. There I am working in a kitchen with no AC in the building, melting, and Ghost just flexing that he's on vacation. Just gonna move to Norway. It's fine. It's only an hour ahead. We're all good. Why didn't I just kill this guy? Be quicker. But yeah. He was telling me he wants to see me in a dress earlier today as well. Yeah, have the data for me to stream, true. I was saying it was really warm and I should probably not be wearing black because it was like 28 degrees or something like that. It's like 30 in my house. And yeah, it was like, have you got a sun hat? I was like, no. It's like sun hat and a dress sounds like a real good combination. And as I replied, you know, with the current state of this weather for me, you never know what I'll have to do to survive. I said I'd wish. Apparently, I'm not allowed to wear swimming trunks, like swimming shorts, out in this weather. Apparently, it's just wrong. I have these very, you know, nice pink swimming trunks. It's actually a lie. I do actually have a pink set. Because why not? I think I've worn them once. It was like 3 for 2 or something like that. It was like three for the price of 1. And I was like, you know what? I might as well get the 3. I'll just get pink because why not? But yeah. But no. I just like my entire wardrobe is based around the cold and keeping as warm as possible. Like I have this really nice hoodie that is quite thick because, you know, the UK is normally rainy or cold. So when it gets warm, it's pretty bad. I mean, I'm pretty sure that houses in the UK are like built to retain heat as well, which is just not a fun time. But yeah. But yeah. Anyway, I think we are gonna be done for now. It is just past 3 a.m. So that's always fun. Yeah, so that means tomorrow, or for tomorrow's stream, or today's stream, depending on time zones, Renaborn, Feyrand, and Voktra all have Ithalan shards to obtain for themselves, which puts us up to 18. And I might do some farming to see if we can increase that number a little bit more, which should be fun. But yeah, I'm going to go get some sleep, which means hopefully I am ready for stream tomorrow, and we can have a proper like 6, 7, 8, 20 hour stream. Right? No? Okay, cool. Right. See you guys later. Bye-bye.